Moms are hardcore.
Hello and welcome to Moms of Flavortown.
Deedly, deedly, deedly do.
I am Rachel.
I'm Debbie.
How are you doing, Debbie?
I have strep.
Oh my God, I forgot you still have strep.
So this, I have strep again.
No, I know you got it again, but
no,
then that was...
I got it again.
Oh no! Oh God.
So the guy at when my kids got tested and I got tested, by the time the results were coming back, my throat had gotten better.
Okay.
That guy on the phone from the urgent care was like, "Oh, adults don't really need to take antibiotics if you're starting to feel the symptoms go away." And then last night, I was like,
Okay.
My mouth is on fire.
Well, I'm glad you didn't take a full course of antibiotics and then got it again, because then I'd be really worried. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
No, thankfully for my body, that's not what happened.
But
I'm still pissed, and I'm glad that I can take antibiotics and it's gonna
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm just hot and sweaty. It's been so humid here in New York, which Debbie knows, but listeners might not know. And I just both I hope no one from work is listening, but no, I mean it's fine. But both of my bosses are on vacation this week, so nice. I'm like, oh, I'll finish the afternoon from home, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I just was on, in public transit for an hour, and it was like I was swimming in soup. It's so gross outside.
I have to meet a client in Manhattan tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to the commute.
I was wearing a raincoat, which I think made it much worse because it's raining too. But then the raincoat, it traps the humidity inside.
Right.
It was.
Oh God.
But now I'm home and the AC is on, and I feel a lot better. And I'm talking to Debbie.
Yeah.
So just for our listeners, we have a really great interview episode coming up next week. But today, me and Debbie are just popping in to do a little bonus episode to catch up on some Flavortown news we haven't had time to discuss on our full episodes. And this stuff I think is really important. So first, we're going to talk about some lighter stuff, just the Food Network lineup, etc. But halfway through the episode, we're going to start talking about some more heavy stuff. So we'll give a content warning.
Yeah.
It is, the accusations against Eric Ajapong. So we'll tell you. So if you want to pop out before that, we understand.
Yeah.
But we thought it's really big news, and we thought it was important for us to address it on the pod.
Yes.
So before we get to the depressing stuff. So we had reported on previous Flavortown news. We had reported that Antonia Lafaso was coming out with a kitchen undercover show. Debbie made a hilarious joke about Antonia getting swole. It made me laugh so much when she said it. Because, we were like, oh, they've done this show a million times. You don't need to see it. It's kitchen undercover.
Yeah.
So that's coming out. But then, after we reported on that, I'm on Instagram. I follow Food Network, of course. I follow all the chefs. And something pops up, and it is Aarón Sanchez hosting Restaurant Impossible. And I was doing a double take.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, are they both hosting? What is going on? No. Antonia Lafaso's is a new show, Kitchen Undercover, and Aarón Sanchez is the new host of the returning show, Restaurant Impossible, that was the actual Robert Irvine show.
Do we know the difference between the two?
I think that, no. I read on Reddit, because I didn't watch yet, that Antonia is more observing the restaurants first or something. She is undercover, right? They don't know she's going to be there.
Okay.
And then Aron Sanchez is just like the standard, like everyone knows Restaurant Impossible. Oh, Restaurant Impossible's here,
Right.
like. But I think Antonio, it's like there's the undercover angle
So
where
it's
she
like the
like,
half of the bar undercover, half
yeah,
Kitchen
it's like
Impossible. Okay.
undercover boss, where
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
like, oh, I'm just observing. I'm just a regular diner at this
yeah.
restaurant. I'm not famous at
Got it.
all. I
Got it.
think. I mean, we
Got
should watch, but I think it's so strange.
Are we? So this is what I'm assuming is okay. Is Antonia a Guy Fieri production and Aron is a Bobby Flay production?
But I don't think that Restaurant Impossible was ever related to Bobby Flay.
That's right. Yeah. Because I'm
I mean,
trying to think of like, did the Food Network internal like talk this over, or were like the two like divisions?
because we were saying in our last coverage of this that we don't need this concept again, and then they do it. It seems like they're doing it twice just
Yeah.
to punk us.
No, but one is a little bit different.
Yes. And one is a girl.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I see what's happening. So there's going to be more pinks and florals, and
Yeah, she's gonna put the tampon dispenser in the bathroom. No, I actually was at a bathroom this weekend that had that sign that's like, "Do not flush feminine products," and it makes me laugh so much because I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna flush, my tiara."
yeah.
I don't think it's especially feminine it's just like, whatever. Anyway. So that's the news. There's also Esther Choi's new show started, which is like a cooking show.
Mhm.
Jet Tila's new show started, which is a cooking show. So people are excited. The Food Network is actually doing some cooking content again. And I feel, yeah.
Yeah, I feel really good about it. I'm glad that that's happening. I think the peak of Food Network was when it was like a third cooking shows, a third competition shows, and a third like history shows. You know?
Yeah, totally.
Like Mark Summers doing like the history of Snickers bars or whatever.
Yes.
Like fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I guess, like, the thing is that, like, all those shows are so good, but obviously they don't do the ratings, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think that everyone likes them, but, like, they're more, like, passive viewing shows.
Yeah.
Where I guess, like, the competition shows get more, like, active viewing.
Yeah.
So this is why we need the degrowth economy. So we can have more feel-good shows that are not ratings dependent.
Oh, my God.
We watched this show that was on, like, it was when we were in a country where it wasn't America, and one of the only English language channels they had was like History 2. So it wasn't history. Ooh. It was like History's like like less popular affiliate. And they had the show that was about the history of food giants. So it was like the one we were watching was like the history of, it was like Popeyes versus KFC or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was like historical reenactments of like these like actors being like the CEO of Popeyes like getting on the phone being like, "Do more chicken."
That's incredible.
We need fish. It was so good because of like the historical reenactment style of it and like the bad acting. And we watched it like it was on History 2 all the time. And it's not on Discovery Plus. I looked it up, but I couldn't find it streaming, but I'm like, I would watch this show.
Oh my God. So the Southern Cooking Museum in New Orleans, it's partially sponsored by Popeyes. So it has like this setup where it's like you can like see the first fryer and whatever. And then there's also like a bar where like there's like this weird wax guy, like bartend. Like it's kind of like that. Like it has that feel to it.
But the thing is, like, it's silly and it's corporate, but also it's like these restaurants are history that like does impact us.
Yeah.
Like more than like a lot of like government stuff or whatever, like I think that like we go to Popeyes, I want to see what happened.
Oh, I was pissed. The White Castle near me was like the White Castle that's been there for like 70 years near me was replaced by a Popeyes, and there's a KFC right across the street. Crazy.
I know. And
Crazy.
and they just closed another like that one, the White Castle closed, but then they closed another White Castle recently too. They're falling. It's a bummer.
Ugh.
I don't even like White Castle, but I appreciate it as an institution.
They are like the originators. Oh, I shouldn't okay. Given that George is my like friends and client, I can't misquote history, but like White Castle has a very significant impact on the way we know burgers today.
Totally. Okay, well, that is our discussion of Food Network fun news. And now we're going to talk about Food Network depressing as hell news. So, content warning, skip if you don't want to listen to us talk about domestic violence, abuse, things like that. All this is alleged. We don't know any information, but we are going to talk about those topics. So if you don't want to hear, kind of skip to the end of the episode, I'd say skip forward 5 to 8 minutes, and then we'll talk about what we're having for dinner. And so you can,
if you really want to hear that,
that will be less domestic violence, hopefully. Sorry, that's a bad joke. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, before terrible, but you know how we were talking about history too? They should really do like a Food Network A24 channel where it's like the darker side of food history or whatever.
You want Food Network by Ari Aster?
And then we can talk about these darker subjects in a more
Well, okay, I'm gonna make one more joke and we can decide if we need to edit it out. But you know how, like, let's say that Eric Ajapong can't do Wildcard Kitchen anymore, and he's always saying like, oh, like I'm inviting these people into the studio. It's a secret. That could be back rooms, you know?
Oh, God.
Sorry, everybody. Okay, trigger warning if you don't want to hear us talk about domestic violence, things like that. So we're starting now. So Eric Ajapong, this happened a couple of weeks ago in early July. His ex-wife, posted on Threads, and it was sent to us by a fan. This was before it was widely circulated.
A friend
we found out about it by like one of our listeners, Debbie's friend. And because, we don't follow Eric's ex-wife on Threads. But then it got picked up by all the outlets and everything a few days later. So a judge issued a protective order effective through July 2027 that Eric Ajapong cannot be alone with his daughter. He is restricted to supervised visits, and he cannot contact or harass his child and his former wife. So this comes, and like his ex-wife posted like this like kind of moving thing that was like, I'm so proud of my daughter for speaking up and like saying like what she believes in and like taking this step, And if you didn't know really that she didn't say Eric's name, if you don't know she's his wife, she didn't tag him. The screenshot she posted did not have his name on it. So it's like people just knew it's his wife, right? So I think that's why it took a little longer to spread, because like she was being public about it, but also wasn't being like, fuck Eric Ajapong,
Right.
And so that got shared. So he had, and everyone was upset, obviously, because Eric's portrayal of himself on social media and on TV and everything is that, his daughter is so important to him, all this stuff. He posted a few days later a response on his Instagram that honestly was full of lies. And Debbie and I, we have loved watching Eric. We're not looking to just like demonize him instantly.
No, he was one of my favorite on TV, and like I really just loved how. I mean, I've talked about it on the pod. Like he's very attractive, and he's like on air. He's a very calm presence.
we love his show. Both of his shows are great.
Yeah.
Wild Card Kitchen, Alex versus America. Like
Yeah.
both, like he hosts two like major shows for Food Network. Like if they're, it's going to be complicated, this whole thing, because those are big shows. They're
Mhm.
not just like, you know, whatever. So we're not trying to like he posted his statement that was like, my daughter is the most important thing to me. And a judge has like had vacated an order, and it's because of this bitter divorce battle, right?
Mhm.
So he posted like this picture of like an order that was vacated by a judge.
Mhm.
That order was a previous thing that had happened in the previous divorce thing, and it was not the same order as this new one. So
Yeah.
he was like kind of intentionally misleading. And sure, like a judge had like vacated a previous order, but it's not the same as the one that his wife had posted.
Right.
And I saw lots of people on the internet and, you know, on Reddit and on Food Network Facebook and everything. They were being super, super like accusatory to his ex-wife and saying like, the judge already said that this isn't valid and she's lying and she's bringing up this year-old thing, but she wasn't. That was a separate thing that happened a year ago.
Mhm.
But I think the way he posted that, it really successfully, and I'm sure this was on purpose, confused the fans to
Mhm.
think that what she posted was no longer valid, which is not true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say this. So like, this is this whole thing where he posted all these pictures of him and his daughter having a great time,
Mhm.
and like this order doesn't say like you and your daughter never had fun together.
Right.
Like we know, like a picture of you and your daughter having fun is not evidence of your innocence. And I'm not. This is all alleged. I don't know the facts.
Right.
But the way what he posted, and Debbie and I talked about this offline, is it reeks of, this crazy bitch is making up stories, which is what powerful men always say in this situation.
Yes.
My ex-wife is crazy and she's making up stories.
Yes.
And that makes him look more guilty to me than if he was silent and didn't say anything.
Agreed. And, you know, it's interesting, too, because we're dealing with the guy in Congress, Max Milton, who it's like a similar situation where his father-in-law is also a congressman or senator, I forget which. Republican assholes, whatever. But he is being credibly accused of domestic violence and hurting his extremely, like, really bad, hurting his daughter. And he came out with a video that was like, how could I be abusing my wife? She cooks dinner for me 6 days a week.
Oh my God.
You know? And it's like a similar kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, everything that we know about abuse and, you know, being in situations like that where people do things under duress.
Yes.
And that's why.
Or it's not even under duress necessarily. It's that they do love the person, even though like abuse is really complicated, and you can be completely in love with your abuser and think that the more love you give them, it's going to stop the abuse, you know?
Right.
And we don't know the details of what Eric is accused of. We know that this says he's not safe to be around his daughter, but we don't know the details. We don't know.
Right.
We can't say what he's accused of doing. But I do want to say, like, we are going to believe, I'm not going to say, oh, this bitch must be crazy because I like her ex-husband.
Right.
You know, like, I can't say that. And it's like a complicated situation. Also, did you see this whole thing, all the controversy about the new season of The Ultimatum?
Which one? This one, most recent one?
There's a new one right now that's airing. Oh, that just aired.
Yeah. I saw this one because they're also they're hyping up like a new queer ultimatum too. So sorry.
Okay, no. So the one that just aired. So one of the couples, it was found out that Blake, who was one of the guys,
he was crazy,
and he abused his fiance or whatever, and Holly. And there was like, you know, like a mugshot. He was arrested for domestic abuse. And I have seen this guy getting the red carpet rolled out to him because, of course, Holly on the show in some situations looks crazy. And this made me so mad. He released her texts that she sent him the night he got arrested, where he's like, I'm in jail. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I'll do anything to get you out. And he's being like, see, would someone who I abuse say that? And it's like, yes, it's textbook. It's what people do. And it's not her texting you. And she texted him like 100 times, like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And people in the comments are like, see, she's crazy. She texted him 100 times. And it's like, no, it sounds like she's scared of him because the guy who abused her is in jail, and when he gets out, he's going to be pissed, right? So it's like, it's not, anyway. And a podcast I listened to interviewed this guy, and it made me really question if I want to even listen to that podcast anymore, because I'm like, where's your interview with her? We're just going to listen to this guy and hear what hear his sob story.
Of course.
Whatever. And so I'm not going to say right now that I'm never going to watch anything Eric Azurpunk does again. I'm just saying that I do not believe that he's completely innocent and that his wife is insane just because he's a guy I watch on TV. I can't do that, And I think that we have to I hate to just be believe women, because some women are insane.
Sure.
But also I think that it's a lot less likely that every abusive man's ex-wife is completely insane than that it's easy to discredit women. I think it's easier to discredit your ex when you're famous than it is to take any accountability. So.
Especially in a patriarchy, which we are clearly.
Yes,
so.
Totally. And yeah. I'm bummed.
I'm so bummed. It really, and it breaks my heart. And I think about not just his wife and his daughter, but also the other people who surrounded him. We've talked to people who are friends with him.
Yes,
and,
plenty of people.
And it's just a very scary situation in that, we don't know what people are like behind closed doors. Not that we have to be cautious of everybody, because I'm an optimist. I always I'm so naive about certain things, where I'm just oh, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know, it just makes you question your own values and your own shit, because you're well, what are we doing here?
Yeah. And I mean, as far as I've seen, and I just did a quick search to see if I missed anything, Food Network hasn't made any kind of statement about it. And we don't know what Food Network is going to do. If he was less famous, they would just quietly take him off the air, but he's huge for them. So I don't know if they're going to do that. So we'll have to see. I mean, I imagine they're not going to put him on anything right now, but I don't know what they're going to do with his shows and all that stuff. So we will have to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Darnell Ferguson of it all. That's the most recent example I can think of where something similar has happened with Food Network, particularly. But they just erased him from everything.
Yeah, you remember they they gave him an embarrassing edit on they had to leave a few clips of him in TOC.
Yeah.
And they made it embarrassing.
Yeah.
And they clearly took a stance. And I mean, Eric, I'm curious because Eric is not, again, he's not a guy or a Bobby guy. So it's I feel like Darnell was a guy. And I feel like Guy just says I think the Guy, for all his faults, he doesn't want the controversy. He's get rid of him,
Right.
Where Eric is a network man. He is not in either of the camps, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And Darnell wasn't even clearly not as big as,
Eric I mean, the show he hosted got canceled immediately.
But it aired 2 episodes, right?
Yeah, and then they relaunched it with Layla Ali hosting, right?
Yeah.
So it's not. But yeah, so I mean, Debbie and I felt like we couldn't not talk about this. We will keep talking about it as new news comes out. It's a huge bummer. But yeah, we can't. Debbie and I are moms. When it comes to stuff with kids, we can't just be oh, but I loved him on Top Chef. It's not that easy. So And that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, we're having some really exciting stuff coming up, everybody.
Yeah, we have some really awesome guests coming up. And
we'll book more too. Let us know if there's anyone that you want to hear. We'll get the tell-all interview. But Debbie, though, I think it's that time. Do you know what you're having for dinner tonight?
I think we're gonna go to. Well, God, because I'm on antibiotics. I'm like, should we go out to dinner? But like, my kids are also on antibiotics. I'll just wear a mask. Yeah, we're probably gonna go to Bot. What about?
Okay.
Yeah, have some
classic Monday Bot for the Pressman Cobs.
Monday Bot for the Pressman Cobs. We, Charlie has Taekwondo, and then we'll go to that after.
Delicious. I still want to meet you there one Monday night.
Yeah,
you got to do it.
Yeah. What about you?
So Spencer went to a retreat this weekend, just a one-day retreat at the Buddhist temple he goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And the monks there were growing and selling their own vegetables, which is very exciting. So that's like even more local than the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Because that's in Queens, and like most of the farmer's market stuff's on like either like Long Island or like, Putnam or Dutchess counties or stuff. So, and one thing they had was like this huge zucchini. So the zucchini, this is funny. The zucchini was so big and they only had one and 3 people wanted it. So they cut it into thirds. So we were like, we have to use this third of a zucchini tonight. And I'm serious. Like, it's like the slices are like this big.
Oh
it's
my gosh.
Yeah. So, but I've been wanting to make this Ina Garten recipe, which is a zucchini gratin. So it's kind of like a side dish, but we're not making like anything. Maybe I'll make some like rice or something to go on the side, but it's just gonna be like a bunch of zucchini and like some kind of like a cheesy sauce, and that's gonna be our dinner. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it'll be good. And also Sheena has the dentist tonight, so yeah. And I mean, she kind of loves the dentist.
Oh, good. Yeah, Charlie does too. Otis is whatever about it, but.
I mean, I'm sure she'll be a little bit scared when she's there, but like our dentist has like a shark on the sign, so she calls it Baby Shark Dentist. And they have like games and toys, and they always tell her how good she is. So yeah, she really enjoys it. So it's a fun outing for our family.
Ah, good.
Okay, well, that's it for me, everybody. Debbie, any last words?
When a doctor tells you that maybe you don't need antibiotics, just take the antibiotics. It's okay.
We have to talk about Widow's Bay at some point because and that has some good food stuff in it for sure.
Yes,
some creepy ass food.
Oh, it's so. If you haven't watched the show yet, please do watch it. It is just so delightful.
I loved it. But the thing is that I heard it was funny, and it is funny. I did laugh out loud at least once an episode, but it was a lot scarier than I thought. Like, I was really frightened in some of the episodes. Well, it's like they do like horror tropes, and I know all the horror tropes.
Yeah.
And they do a really good job of letting you know that a jump scare is gonna be coming at some point.
Right.
And like, because you know the trope, but you still don't know when it's coming. So I spent a lot of it like,
yeah. That's what I was freaked out about. But like, once they happened, it wasn't as scary. You know what I mean? Like, they're not as like, because you know the tropes. Like, once it happens, you're like, oh, that wasn't as bad as it could have been.
Well, I found because it's funny. Like, it's all funny, right?
Yeah.
But I found the finale though terrifying.
Yeah.
That to me, I don't want to spoil it if anyone didn't listen, but like that to me, the trope of the finale is the scariest horror trope to me, where it's like like a closed room, and something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's as far as I'll go into spoilers.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. So watch Widow's Bay. We'll talk about it more. And please rate, review, subscribe. Please follow us on Instagram at Moms of Flavortown. If you have criticism, send Debbie hate mail at Wayne's basement. Send us money on Buy Me a Coffee.
Yes.
I feel like that we should just like make a Patreon. I think we should do it.
Let's just do it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Why
like
not?
we could even just like offer Discord access for now and be like $1 a month and just just so we have it. Yeah, we're gonna do a Patreon.
Fuck it.
And Spencer, my husband, our editor, does it for free. So if we make money, we can pay him, which would be nice.
Yeah, once in a while, maybe we'll we can do like a potluck, like a Moms of Flavortown potluck if you want to.
Well, we should also do we should do like stuff for like guest hosts or something from the Patreon or something. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out some low level perks for you all that are very valuable. Okay, well, everybody, thank you so much, and I hope you weren't too depressed by this episode. And now it's time for us to go for the protein. Goodbye.
Moms of Flavortown, Moms of Flavortown, go for the protein and PYKAG. Ooh, yeah. Moms of Flavortown, unicorn.